All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to the stream. There are quite a few of you already here, which is great to see. Let me just get the overlay up. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We have a big game on our hands. It is the Nets taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Let's go through the quotes very, very quickly, and then we will get on to the starting five and such. So let me just actually get that ready. Okay. So first and foremost, we have a few absences to talk about, and Jacques Vaughn said it's probably not going to be a full workload for Mikal Bridges tonight. If it's a tight game, it's going to be interesting to see how he handles that. A very good comment that was mentioned the other night, Mikal Bridges started pretty slowly. He, I think, made 3 of his first 10 shots. And I don't know who actually commented this. It was, if I can actually get it up, that'd be awesome news. I can't see it. Excellent. But regardless, Mikal Bridges being able to score 25 to 30, even on his off nights, is crazy impressive. And I couldn't echo the same sentiment anymore. It is pretty crazy how he's been able to play. And we'll be covering a stat which is really telling. Nick Claxton also had praise for Mikal, saying that he's been so poised, getting to his spots. You'd think he'd be playing like this his entire career. He can continue to grow. You saw us connect on a couple of lobs. We did see that, which was very entertaining to watch. He will continue to get better as a playmaker. This is just the start. So it's exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Yeah, plenty of room to grow. And if this is only the start, then I'm very interested to see what comes next. With regards to Mikal Bridges, if you haven't seen the stat, it is the fact that he is the first player in NBA history to get 25 on 50, 40, 90 in his first 10 games with a new team. So there you go. If that's not impressive, then I don't know what is. In other news, Joe Harris is nearly 70% from 3 in the last 5 games. So there is another thing that is contributing to our success. We will go through the starting 5, but he is one of the inclusions. If we talk about Mikal Bridges and his mid-range success, you can see that 35% of Bridges's, I can't even say it. Regardless, you get what I'm saying. They've come from 4 to 14 feet more than any other area on the floor. So he's obviously trying to push shooting more shots in that area. He's shooting 49%. I can't even speak. 49% on those shots, ranking in the 84th percentile among wings. He attempted 29% of his shots from that range last season, so you can see the uptick. But he was converting it at a much higher clip. So obviously the sample size is a bit larger this season, and he's not shooting it as well, which is to be expected. But last season, that 56% clip was in the 95th percentile, and it would have been in the 99th percentile among point guards. So there you go. That's just showing that he's really tried to, perfect everything he does in the mid-range. And obviously that's why he's been sort of tending to opt with that shot more often than really any other shot that he's taken on the floor. So it really gets the defender in two minds, because you don't know if he's going to shoot the midi. You don't know if he's going to drive it and use those long strides to get a shot up. And he's pretty good on the interior as well because of that length. And the 3-pointers, like sometimes he can just, face up and just score over the top from 3. Like couple dribbles, shoots the ball. It doesn't seem like it's doesn't really faze him, to be honest. Like even with a hand in his face. Anyway, let's go to a box score check, even though we can't see it. I'm still living in the past with that Charlotte win. Let me just get the actual box score up. I'm just going to prepare that for later. Let me just get it up there. Hang on. Okay, that's good. And now the starting 5. I mean, you can't see it because it's in microscopic text, but Seth Curry, Mikal, Joe Harris, who doesn't have a handle, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Nerlens Noel, because Clax is out. I just realized I don't need to like list them when I can actually just scroll down and that does the work. Spencer is out, Ben is out, Royce is out, Cam Johnson is out, and Clax is out. So that's basically a starting 5 right there for you. Which means that we're going to have to delve into the rotation. That means the likes of Sumner, Utah, Cam Thomas, all going to get minutes, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, it's really my best guess as to what the allocation of minutes is going to be, but there is going to be opportunity here. I mean, I don't think it's really going to affect how Jacques Vaughan manages minutes, but that being said, potentially you could play yourself into form and break back into that very, very narrow rotation. Paddy might get a run today. Yeah, he probably will, to be honest, which I'm not really a fan of, but it is what it is. You think the Suns drop to the plane with the KD injury? No. They've still got D-Book, they've still got Ayton, they've still got a number of guys that can keep them afloat in that time. I wouldn't be too surprised if that's the case. Yeah. Love that McCall is getting us those mid-range points. Well, yeah, it's basically been a like-for-like replacement with Kevin Durant obviously gone and Kyrie gone. The Suns are the 7 seed. I honestly, look, I'm not going to make any Western Conference prediction. You could put money on... The Suns are actually the 4 seed, but they might as well be the 7 seed with how tight it is in the Western Conference standings. Actually, no, it's not that tight. They're 3 games ahead of 5, so they're probably holding that spot. Like, yeah, you know, 5th to 8th, that's split by half a game. 9th to 13th, that's split by a game. So it's very, very narrow. I mean, good luck if you put money on a game, or not a game, on standings, you know, in terms of picking teams to make the playoffs. You're not going to win because it's just impossible to really predict. If you get it right, fair play to you. The Suns are going to be a 6 seed at the end of the season. I don't think they're going to drop out of the playoffs. I don't think they'll need to go through playing games to get to the playoffs. And if they need to, I don't think they're getting knocked out unless they play someone that you absolutely don't want to play. As much as I hate the Lakers, I honestly think the Lakers could take the Suns because it seems like the matchups sort of work. I mean, you put Vanderbilt on KD, you put Davis on Ayton, that's straight up. You got that covered. LeBron, who does he take? Probably a Kogi or Craig. D-Book's the problem. I would be happy to put D'Lo on, what's his name? Chris Paul, because he's not that fast. But then it's just everything else with D-Book. Like, who on earth do you put there? Malik Beasley can't defend. Schroeder probably... I think he's underrated as a defender, but I don't think he's going to cut it at his height. And who else have you got, really? Troy Brown? Do you want to play him at the 2 in a playoff series? I wouldn't back it. Anyway, the last time we played the Bucks, I wasn't here for it. It happened about a week ago. We were up by about 14 at quarter time, and it was because we forced like 8 turnovers. They were trying to feed Giannis in the post. It was very, very predictable, and thus we were able to pick it off, and the defensive lineup really shone in that first half at least. In the second half, we could not buy a bucket for our life, and it looked very, very embarrassing. Ended up losing the game by about, I don't actually know. I think it was 14 points. So Giannis is not playing. That's also a big thing to mention. We're missing 5, but they are also missing Giannis. So thank God. Thank God. Skyline, hope you're doing well, my guy. Suns gave up so much for KD. I think they might really struggle. Look, some of their players have stood up. I think Okogi's exceeded like 20 points. Oh my God, we're in the minus. Okogi's been averaging, or not averaging 20, but he's been, exceeding 20 points, which is sort of crazy because he's not known as a shooter whatsoever. I know Okogi's a defender and that's about it. So if they can get like 15 or 20 out of him just casually, then that's pretty cool. Anyway, it's It's go time. Nerlens Noel on a 10-day playing in the starting 5 against the number 1 seed in the East. So, here we go. Joey, Seth Curry. Who else? Mikal, Doe, Noel, the 5. Noel wasn't awful. Drew Holiday is gesturing to Mikal the 3-pointer celebration, so we may see that from Drew if he gets hot. Middleton is in the starting 5. Lopez wins the tip, and it is Portis who secures, and we are underway. We're off and running. It is Holiday picked up by Mikal, so that's probably going to be the assignment. Allen will be taken by Curry. Doe is guarding Middleton, which means for some reason Joe is guarding Portis. I hate this. Portis shoots the midi, and he knocks it down. I can already see that Bobby Portis probably is going to score 25 plus. For no reason whatsoever apart from the fact he's playing the Nets. But we get into our first offensive set of the game. Noel looking for Mikal. And Noel's just thrown it out of play. So that is not an ideal start first possession of the game. I don't really know what to expect. I think we're going to be watching a bit of ugly basketball. Clax was excellent the other day with 18 and 13. 4 blocks in there as well. So a big absence here. I don't think Noel's going to put up those numbers. Middleton. Oh my God. Lopez tried a reverse alley-oop dunk and it didn't happen. The pass was launched from beyond the 3-point line. So an interesting defensive possession. Mikal for 2. That's good. And we're underway in the scoring department. Mikal Bridges. What a surprise. Makes his first bucket of the game. We went under the screen and Holiday for 3. Wide open. Got it. So there you go. You cannot play defense like that. That's the little doubt with having Noel, because he's definitely not as versatile as your boy Clax. Mikal for 3. Responds. And then the steal. Transition. Missed it. It was an air ball. Portis lost the ball. Joe was there with the pressure. Seth Curry. Gonna slow things down just a little bit. We need a bit of calm. Curry for 3. Foul and shots. So a good start by the Nets. I mean, it hasn't been the easiest for the Bucks. They've knocked down a couple shots, but in that, there's also been a couple blown opportunities by them. There's been a couple of turnovers in there, which is exactly what we're going to need. We needed it last game to get the lead, at least against the Bucks is what I'm talking about. Curry makes number 1. He's got 3 shots. But yeah, we needed plenty of help, and turnovers was the way in which it happened. So the more turnovers we can create, the more confident I feel we can win this game. We know turnovers lead to transition buckets without the defense being set for Milwaukee. Curry is good on the 3rd, and he's perfect from the line. So Drew Holiday to Grayson, and now Middleton up top. Doe does not go under the screen. Middleton hit the deck. Allen thought about the 3, shot the 3, missed the 3. Doe with the rebound. Curry fumbled the initial handoff. He was able to retrieve, and now he's going to shoot a deep 2 on the wing, and he got it. Big game incoming for Seth. He's got to stand up. No Dimwitty. We know Dimwitty's ceiling. We know Seth's ceiling. He probably doesn't hit it quickly enough. Bit of a poor defensive rotation. Noel's got to save it, and he stood on the sideline. So it's going to be Bucks ball. Second chance for them. Is Jay Crowder in the game? No, he's not. He'll be coming off the bench. If Cam Thomas doesn't get plenty of minutes this game, I'd be worried where his head is at. That short 2 is off by Middleton. Yeah, well, Cam didn't get any minutes against Charlotte or Houston. So that's a telling sign, I would say. I don't like it at all. So a couple misses by the Bucks. There's going to be a foul on Portis. Thanks for the update. No worries, mate. If you have any other questions, send them through. We'll answer them. So, Portis has had a pretty shitty start. Why is Cam not playing? Well, wait, which Cam are we talking about? Johnson or Thomas? Because if it's Cam Thomas, I have no idea. Oh, excellent. Stutter by Curry. Missed it. Noel knocked it off Lopez. And we've got a second chance for the Nets. 4.3 to shoot. Curry missed the layup. Didn't even hit the rim, but Noel was there with the positioning. And the heads-up play to, well, pass it to Noel. Or pass it off Lopez. Bridges in the corner for three. Got it! What a pass by Joe with the extra feed. He saw Mikal open in the corner. And an excellent start by the Nets. Lopez for three. That's smooth. The quick response needed. I saw some advanced stat that Cam Thomas is one of the worst passers in the league. Look, I wouldn't need to look at advanced stats to know that that is a fact. Doe to Joe. The three. Hits back iron. The long rebound by Curry. And we go again. High screen Noel. Curry the pull-up two. And he does not get the bounce. Rebound Portis. Holiday now picked up by Bridges on the wing. Goes down the middle. The kick out. Lopez is open again. Shooting practice. Doesn't make it. Allen forced into a pass. The kick out back to Allen by Lopez. The three is good. Set the feet. And I wouldn't be one bit surprised if we have a timeout shortly because a couple of good possessions by the Bucks. And we've had a couple of bad shots. Mikal wanted a foul. I mean, how was he missed it that badly without being hit on the arm? Middleton three. That's to the left. He just picked up his dribble. He's going to pass it. Now Doe. Going to drive on Portis. Lopez is there. Collapses the defense. Noel in the mid-range is short. Holiday. Allen. Portis in the middle. Noel didn't even go up. And it's an 8-0 run by the Bucks to tie things up at the 7:10 mark of the first quarter. Noel, top of the key to Harris. Gives it back. Harris again. He's going to shoot a midi. And that is off. So Holiday. Lopez again for three. That's short. Rebound Curry. He's going to push the pace, but we're not in a rush to get forward. Curry, one-on-one with Portis. Bounce pass to Doe. Blocked by Holiday. And then two of ours fought for it. We got the board. Doe misses the corner three. Holiday will continue to press up. What is that defense? Lopez back taps it. Allen top of the key. They got another one. You have to call a timeout at this point. What the fuck is Jacques Vaughn doing? Bro, it's an 11-0 run. In 2.5 minutes. Call a timeout. Mikal. The two. That's off to the left. At this point, you have to call a timeout. Just regroup. Middleton to Portis. Back out of Middleton. That three is awfully... That's shithouse. Timeout was needed like 2 minutes ago. And there we go. It's a 6-point lead, just like that for Milwaukee. I feel like there's going to be stages where the offense, turns to shit, but you've got to keep the defense going. Such a poor, sequence of defensive possessions. Looking awfully relaxed coming up the floor when the Bucks are willing to push the pace. We don't seem in any way a sense of urgency, which is a bit, what's the word? Well, it's definitely unacceptable. Mikal's got 5 and Curry's got 5. Joe has missed his couple shots. So was Doe, and he's also... No, he doesn't have 2 personals. I read that wrong. But we're shooting the ball pretty crap. The Bucks have hit 5 threes already, just to put things into perspective, I mean, nearly every single one of their players has taken a 3. Every single one of their players has scored. And, yeah, that basically tells the story, doesn't it? If you are new around here, make sure to say hello. Hope you're all doing well. The support's been pretty good on recent videos and streams nets-wise, so good to see that we've got quite a few in the chat today. Yeah. Man, like, players like Dorian Finney-Smith need to step up today because, like, he's been ice cold ever since he got here. He had that one game against Boston. This gives off a similar vibe. The problem is he hasn't scored yet. The good thing is in that Boston game, I think he missed his first 3 3-pointers. He's missed his first 2 today. KD's expected to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. Not that that matters for us, but no, 3 weeks. Could be over a month, actually. So who knows with Kevin Durant, but anyway, timeout is over and we will be resuming proceedings in just a minute. We need just, a bit of calm, I do think. Sort of lacking it at the moment. We had a nice 13-5 start and that's all gone in the bin. 14-0 run for the Bucks, and we called for Cam Thomas. He is now in. Cam Thomas in. Day'Ron Sharpe is also in, getting a bit of exposure. This is an interesting look. Yeah, you're going to have to try play as many minutes as possible with Cam Thomas and Mikal on the floor tonight. I would have loved to have seen Cam start and maybe Sumner, because Sumner brings so much, like, good defensive activity. He'd be a great assignment for Jrue Holiday. Is Seth still in? No, he's not. Cam into the paint. Good move. Day'Ron blocked by Lopez. I would have loved to have seen Cam actually get the shot up. It was a good pass by Cam. Team first. Crowder in the corner on the catch. He got it. 6 threes already for Milwaukee. And they are now on a 17-0 run. Defense has got a lift. It's been so easy for them to get shots up. Mikal picks up his dribble. With the right hand, he lost it. Day'Ron unintentionally back-tapped it to Doe. And now Cam Thomas, top of the key. He's got Lopez on him. He takes him off the dribble. The step back 2 is badly off. It barely hit the rim. We should have kept Crowder. Absolutely no reason we should have kept Crowder. 32 years of age. What would be the point for that? Bro, Holiday is half behind the rim on the baseline and he scored that. He's done that a number of times this season. 19-0 run. Curry is back in. Curry for 2. He's off. We literally have not scored in, I reckon, about, 4 minutes as shown by the broadcast. Holiday, Crowder. Seth Curry is not it on defense, man. Pretty careless turnover by Holiday, and now we're in transition. Bridges got rid of Crowder. Good work by Jay Crowder. I think he thought he knocked it off Mikal's leg because he just let it roll out. So it's 24-13. We were up 13-5 in case you've missed it. And it's just been tough ever since the school. Day'Ron, hand off to Curry. Back out to Cam Thomas. Finney-Smith behind the back. Hand off to Mikal on the wing. He's got Connaughton on him. It brings him back to the outside. Cross. Mikal, Doe into the paint. Off the window. We missed it entirely. An excellent interior presence by Brook Lopez. I wouldn't have kept Crowder just because he does not align. And we also have 15 million wings. So it's a matter of which ones you want to keep, which ones you want to get rid of. If you can get picks for Crowder, you'd do it in a heartbeat. So Ingles is in. He lost the ball initially. Got it back. Lost it again. Got it back. Ingles. Gonna drive. Dayron with the block. And it's gonna be Nets ball. So a stop. And I'm somehow ahead by 11 seconds. We have shot 2 of 15 from inside the arc. That's what the presence of Lopez is doing. 2 of 5 from 3. He was the best wing. I highly doubt that. Highly doubt that. Mikel, drive, pull up from the elbow. That's off. Dayron with a putback slam. We needed that because that would have been another empty possession. Ingles bounce past the Lopez. Spin. Goes the other way. Lopez misses it. Rebound. Come on. Please get it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you fucking serious? 3 players to get the offense or the defensive rebound and you let Connaughton win it. I know he's got hops, but that's not Lopez. There's been a number of possessions we've driven it and we've airballed it because Lopez is the man in the middle. Bucks will go again. If we concede a 2, Connaughton just lost it out of bounds as I speak of the devil. So a couple stops. That's good stuff. Dayron, that's just awareness. If Lopez is going to be contesting the shot from the mid-range, then Dayron's going to be right under the basket. Cam for 3. The pull-up is good. Is DFS pulling his weight? No shot. He is not. We're going to get a timeout by the Bucks. They've seen 5 consecutive net points and flagged a momentum shift. So they're going to call a timeout. And, yeah, 6-point game. Let's have a look back at the box score. And you will see that, well, yeah, to answer your question, Ropatchy, 0 of 3 and 3 rebounds. And the defense has not been great. So top scorer is Mikel with 5, but he is shooting probably the most inefficient I've ever seen him shoot it. But then again, we mentioned before, 3 of 10 he was in the last game, and he's 2 of 8 today. I've got to up my seat. Now I'm a little bit higher, and you can sort of see me a little bit better. What else have we got? We got Seth Curry with 5. He hasn't been efficient either. Cam has come in and scored a 3 basically immediately. But look at that. We're shooting 50% from 3, but 3 of 17 inside the arc. A lot of deep 2s, a lot of mid-ranges. Mikel's 2 of 8, and that sort of led to this 6 of 23 field goal percentage, if that makes sense. The Bucks have got 6 from Allen. That is the highest scorer. And they have scored 6 threes, shooting the ball pretty well. So, amazingly enough, I mean, we've had 4 extra shots and we've forced a few turnovers. That is why the lead is where it is and not larger. So, there's an opportunity to redeem ourselves here. You know, the game isn't out of hand. It's so early in the game too. You know, is what it is. All right. If you are enjoying this stream, though, make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well. We'll be back tomorrow for Nets Minnesota. So, yeah. If you want to tune in for that, be notified, you know what to do. Okay. Okay. So yeah, 24-18. And we've scored the last 5. Cam Thomas has, well, just before the break, he knocked down a 3. He's now guarding Connaughton in the corner. Joe Ingles, the pass to Portis on the roll. That's way too easy. And an uncontested 2. There's a difference on starting our games. We tend to start out slow, but whenever we are at home, we can't miss. Oh, sometimes the away like the away game psychology plays into it, but I wouldn't really look into it too much. So 26-18, Connaughton now to Crowder, who's got Dayron on him. He shoots over the top and the three is good. It would be such a Jay Crowder thing to do, or a Nets thing to do, if Jay Crowder scores 6 threes against a team he spent 2 minutes at. McCall, the acceleration was unbelievable there. Portis was flat-footed as hell, and it was an uncontested 2. So, 9-point game. Javon going to drive on McCall. McCall, good defense. Dayron just back-tapped it right to Ingles. Got to be a little bit more thoughtful with that. Portis, the turnaround. He got it on the baseline. It's just so, like, we're there, but not really with the hand in the face. McCall into the paint again. He's fouled. I thought he was. He's not. I thought I heard a whistle. Javon. Pull up 2. It's off. The rebound, Portis. Dayron's there. Excellent work by Dayron. He was in no position to get that. Wrestled it out of the hands of Portis. Cam Thomas. Into the paint. Lost the ball. Turnover again. Javon with the active hands. Ingles picks up his dribble. Javon in rhythm. Hits back iron. Long rebound again. And guess what? Portis is a wide open 3. That is way too easy again. Like, there is just no... Like, it is unacceptable to have this level of energy. Can Cam Thomas stop hogging the ball? Well, you guys called for him to play, and now he's... Like, what did you expect? Realistically, in it, like, McCall is getting hacked on some of his shots. He should be getting free throws on a couple of possessions, but... Every single game, the Bobby Portis has to come in as a replacement. He always plays well against us. He's got 11 points already. 34-20. The defense has been mediocre at best, I would say. The three-pointers, like, have been unacceptably high. This team is disgustingly lazy on defense. At least in this game, they are. Like, in a game where you're shorthanded and you're playing the Bucks, who I wouldn't say are shorthanded, even though they don't have Giannis, you cannot be this, like, you can't be going through the motions like this. Utah is finally getting some exposure. The glue guy. The no-nonsense, gritty type defender we need. 26% shooting. Well, that all plays into it. You got to knock down some shots just to relieve your defense a little bit. And we can't defend the offensive glass. Primarily because they're shooting a crap ton of threes and getting a lot of long rebounds. McCall just missed a layup that was wide open. 4 of 12 in the first quarter. Ingles, the pull-up 3. Didn't even hit the rim. So look, McCall is being given the keys to the offense. He shoots a 3, and he's short on that one as well. The Bucks trigger happy on 3s. But yeah, those offensive rebounds haven't been a matter of us really getting no, like, numbers in the paint. It's because all the rebounds are bouncing out outside of the paint. Ingles down the middle, the kick out of Crowder. One more for Carter on the catch. The 3 is good. With 2 seconds left... The defense is rubbish. Utah. $37-20. Can say all you want, but the defense has been wacko. There has just been no nothing. No fight. McCullough's taken 13 shots in the opening quarter. That is ridiculous. I don't think he's ever taken 13 shots in a quarter. He'd be struggling to get 13 in a game at Phoenix. And he scored 10 on 4 of 13 in the opening. Granted, he needs to do it, but look at the shooting. It's just hideous. We've had 2 assists in the entire first quarter. Like, Portis has got 11. They've got 6 from Crowder off the bench. They've hit 9 of 15 from 3, and they're 50% from the field. I mean, that's exactly what you can't do. In a game like this, how are you conceding that many three-pointers? We've had 2 turnovers. We've looked after the ball and conceded, forced 5, but you can force as many turnovers as you want. If you're conceding 9 threes in a quarter, it's curtains. Where's Edmund? I'd love to see Edmund Sumner play. I don't know what the fucking agenda is with Edmund Sumner. Like, what is he doing wrong? It's a bit of a joke. Oh, it doesn't make any form of sense. Like, in a game where we're struggling to defend, number one, and we're struggling to score on the interior. Get Sumner in. If he doesn't score, he probably will create a foul call out of it. Like, this is just straight up unacceptable. Like, there is zero reason he should be sitting on the bench. With this many players out, if I see Patty Mills sit, like, be playing today, at least Ed drives hard. Well, just anything, man. We're shooting so bad inside in the paint, inside the 3-point arc. We're 4 of 21. Oh my God. Is that it? He's in! Yes! He's playing! Cam. 2 is good. Sumner is in the game and he's picking up Carter full court. Exactly what we needed. That's excellent defense. Corner 3 for Connaughton is off. Get the rebound? We do. Immediately, Sumner makes an impact. Thomas stops. Pass the Sumner, who cut down the middle. Wrap around past the Dayron was too saucy. But that is excellent by Edmund Sumner. Off-ball movement, cutting down the middle. Just making the offense have a little bit of spice. It has had no spice or kick in this opening quarter. Javon Carter is going to look for Portis. No, he's not. He's going to shoot a 3, which was badly off, and Utah with the board. So Cam Thomas, the high screen by his fellow sophomore, Dayron. Cam's going to shoot a 3. It's out. He wanted a foul. He's not going to get another whistle. Of course we don't. Carter to the corner for Ingles, who shoots a 3 on the catch, and he knocks it down. Man, did I miss Sumner and Utah minutes. At least, like, I'm going to see effort from them. I know I am. The Bucks have hit 10 threes, though. Like, it's just unacceptable. Cam nearly lost it again. Kick out. Utah on the catch. That's off. Like, look at that. Connaughton is boxing out Dayron, and we can't box out Connaughton with 3 players in the paint. Portis for 3. Oh my God. This is an absolute bloodbath. Like, you've got to be better than this. Sumner on the drive. Dayron, good take. Got the 2. Connaughton is on the deck. Very slow to get up. He's not limping, so I don't know what the issue is. Nothing visible. It's a 4-on-5. Oh my God. We nearly just... Thank God we got the rebound. Nearly a turnover. Sumner's going to break out in transition. The Euro. Where's the foul? Bro, what the fuck is that? Corner 3 for Portis again. That is rubbish. That is an absolute joke. Where's the foul for the contact? That is rubbish. Sumner's done a full-on Euro and there was clear contact in there. The 3-point shooting, at some point you just can't stop it, but that is a joke. Oh, for God's sake. This team needs to go back to basics. Use your teammates, take care of the ball, and hit your jump shots. All easier said than done, my friend. I wish it was that easy. But bloody hell, man. They've hit 11 3-pointers already. Like, this is pretty hard to fathom. Like, down 22, without Giannis, they've hit 12 3-pointers. They have not been to the free throw line once. We've had 3 shots. As if that makes me feel any better, because there's probably been about 3 more whistles that should have been called. But, like, just call the foul. Is it that difficult? Man, we suck. Well, we are missing half our team. We are missing half our team. Oh my God. Does it hurt to give us a whistle, though? Another legendary comeback is in the works. Well, at this rate, they're going to, you know, break the record by halftime. At this rate. It's just so out of hand already. Like, it's unbelievable. $46-24. I mean, this is actually bordering on the same scoreline in Boston, which we came back from. Bucks scoring 100 at the half. They honestly probably will at this rate. I'm not even joking. All they need to do is just shoot threes. They're guaranteed going to have 30 by the half. It's just been a very, very simple method. Very simple method to getting this lead. We can't buy a bucket, number one. Like, it's probably... The reason we can't get the buckets is because we... Like, these are the primary shooters on the team, right? Or scorers, should I say. Seth Curry, who doesn't pass the ball, who scores off the dribble. Cam Thomas scores off the dribble, doesn't pass the ball. Nor does... What's his name? What's his name? Mikal, like, you give him the ball, you should be giving him the keys to the offense, but he's not scoring at a very efficient rate for someone who's taken 13 shots. You want him to score maybe 8 of 13 if he's shooting that many shots. I don't even think KD had 13 shots in a quarter. Patty is in the game. You are correct. Noel is back in. Patty, Cam Thomas, and Sumner. That is the most wild defensive lineup. Who have they got? They got Allen, Connaughton, and Carter, so I guess it sort of makes sense. Sumner's picking up Carter. Allen now. Pass to Portis. Collapse the defense. Good defense. Patty Mills pushes the pace. Sumner going to shoot a 3 at the wing. That is so off. Utah bounce pass to no one. Well, he tried to knock it off a Milwaukee player as he was falling out of play. How is that not a charge? Carter's got another wide open 3. That one's off. Offensive board, Portis. Exactly what we need when we force their first miss from 3 in God knows how long. Portis is short on the fadeaway. Cam is fouled by Allen. It's going to be a side out. So, 46-26, 8:20 to play. Long way to go in this game. Lopez back in. Noel. Out to Cam. High screen, Noel. Cam. Ball knocked out of play by Lopez. All right. Noel looking. Utah on the catch. 3 is off. Full court pass. Oh my god, that is exquisite. Noel, though. Is he capable of jumping? If he jumped even halfway off the ground, he would have intercepted that pass. Noel. Sumner. Gonna drive. Lost the ball. It's another foul, though. It's a block. Middleton will pick it up. Let's just have a look at this replay. Middleton with the full court lob. Yeah, Noel jumped, but if he jumped just a little bit higher, he's intercepting the pass. So Sumner's going to the free throw line. I don't know how he was in the shooting motion there, but 2 shots. Free throw is good. And look, if we can't make it in open play, then these free throws are going to be awfully handy. So Sumner, this is what I said. Sumner being out there, sure, he'll have some wild layup attempts, but he's going to get the calls. He's so aggressive with it. Second free throw is good. Like, at least the scoreboard is ticking with him on the floor. And they're not necessarily good offensive possessions. We're still scoring. David Duke is in the game. Middleton, the 3 is off. So we're really delving into the depth. Sumner into the paint. Excellent high arcing layup. That surely was a bump. Or high fend off. Middleton. Into the paint. No foul. Lopez, the follow. That's off. How is that not a foul? The wraparound by Lopez blew the dunk and then knocked it out of bounds. He wanted a foul. I'm pretty sold that there was a foul in there. Let's have a look. I'm not 100% sure, but my God. Well, look, I think the messy kind of game suits us. With these players on the floor, at least. David Duke's just been pinged for a travel. That's the problem with having players who are very, you know, they pride themselves on work ethic and not talent. Allen for 3 on the catch. That's off. Crowder was right there for the offensive board. He'd snuck up along the baseline and he had an uncontested second chance opportunity ready to go. So the defense is lifted. The offense needs to now. Sumner, wrap around. The bounce pass was shit. Lopez secures. And now the Bucks have the numbers. Middleton cross court to Holiday. Pass over the head of Allen and another turnover. So it's just been turnover after turnover after turnover. But the problem is the offensive side is lacking. You know, if Sumner's wraparound pass is a little bit more precise and Noel can strongly take, then we, you know, perhaps have this down to a dozen, you know. Mills, 2 is off. Some team is going to pay Utah since we don't want to. We've got him on a minimum. Oh my God. Allen's going to have 2 shots. Yeah, well, Utah's on a minimum. He's only on a 1-year deal, or maybe a 2-year deal. I think he's on a minimum, but he's not going to request a trade. So extend him, but we don't want to. I don't know where the impression is that we don't want to extend him. That's all assumptions. Allen's first free throw is good. So for all this defense, we haven't actually dropped the deficit. So 50-30. So we got Patty, Noel, Utah, David Duke, and Sumner 5 on the floor. Noel, the pass to Sumner. He's just bounced it off the foot of Lopez. It's going to be a side out. But see, Sumner just looks so much more proactive. I mean, the guy's been sitting on the side for about 25 games, so you'd hope he's got a bit of energy. So Utah, Noel picks up his dribble. Oh, that's an excellent feed by Nerlens Noel. Looked like he was going to pass it to the perimeter. He gave it to Mills, who had snuck inside. Noel with the block. Push the pace. Sumner takes it all the way. Missed the layup. The follow by Duke. There you go. There you go. This is where stops gets you. Holiday. Now Middleton picked up by Sumner in the post. Duke comes over to help. Holiday on the catch for 3. Why do you double? You did not need to double that. Middleton was not even gesturing that he was going to shoot that mid-range. Mills out to Duke. He's going to shoot a 3. That is... Bro, I don't think he's made a 3-pointer in the NBA. Holiday. Allen down the middle. Noel is adamant that he blocked that without a foul. So, like, yeah, Sumner missed the layup, but you've got guys there to follow up. And he's taking Lopez away from the basket if you get that second chance opportunity. Allen's free throw is good. The problem with Sumner is he has issues putting it all together. It's a tease most of the time. It is. It is. But look, in a game like this where you're looking for something, anything, a bit of energy, Sumner's brought it. And you can use that as a building block for, you know, the rest of the game, I guess. Potentially. But right now it's 21. Interesting thing is we haven't let the margin get out to something super bad, you know? Like, it hasn't really gone beyond this margin. Patty for 3, top of the key. That is good. Like, it's been hovering at about 18 to 20 for the last 3 to 4 minutes. If we can keep it at this or maybe get the deficit down, then we may very well have a chance in the second half. That's also provided we play Bridges. Another turnover. Bit of zone defense there at the back end of that possession. Patty again for 3 on the move. Not a good shot. I mean, Patty had to square himself up. He was never square. And it was well to the right. Lopez, it just went through his legs, and Ingles is going to get back to fetch it. Holiday, high screen Lopez. Lopez rolls. And, well, when you've got Noel doubling the ball handler and you just let Lopez get the ball, what are you supposed to do? Patty Mills collapsing the paint. You know how that ends up. Patty nearly lost the ball, then he did. That is just overuse. Dumbass possession. And now Jay Crowder for 3 wide open. That is off. The rebound, Utah. Strong take. Picks up the dribble. Gets it to Sumner. Lost the ball. Got it back. The kick out to Utah. Down the middle. Layup. Blocked by Lopez. That's the problem. Like, Utah in the paint, but Lopez is just sitting there. You don't have a center that can shoot the 3. So Lopez, he can just camp in there the whole game. We've got 37 points for a reason here. We've also played McCall. No minutes in this second quarter. Drew Smith is in the game. What on earth are we doing? Drew with the push shot. That's good. I actually don't know why we haven't given him time, because he's not too bad either. We've got a timeout. It is an 18-point game. I actually don't know why we haven't used him more as well. He's pretty calm on the ball. So we are really delving into the deeper part of the rotation. We're obviously, you know, preparing for tomorrow. Our mind's already set for tomorrow. I don't know why that is the mindset, because Giannis isn't playing. We should be taking this as an opportunity potentially to get a victory, but I think this really tells you all you need to know with, you know, because of the personnel we're using in this game. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well. We will be doing Nets Minnesota tomorrow. So if you want to be notified of when I go live, there you go. You know. Subscribe if you want to do that. Also, there is a donation link. I have barely told you that there is a donation link if you see fit. If you want to donate, you obviously can. You don't have to. That is just... I'm just letting you know. Because, yeah, people literally don't know that it existed. So there you go, if you want to support the channel in a larger way. But first half thoughts for me is just, well, McCullough's basically not played the second quarter, and they did say he's not going to have a full workload. That makes sense. I don't know how many minutes he's going to play. He took 13 shots in the first quarter, so I thought he'd be given the keys to the offense, but obviously not. McCullough is one of the most durable, if not the most durable player in the league. If he doesn't miss a game this season, he would have played 83 games. He can be the first player that can say, oh yeah, I'm averaging 82.5 games I'm averaging more than 82 games in my career in the regular season. Just got here and judging from the score, I'm sorry my Bucks team isn't always embarrassing. Yours, the game isn't over yet, but I'd shield my eyes if I was in your position. Keep your head up. Look, I don't think too much into these things. We're playing our 13th man off the bench. Like two-way players. We're playing two-way players in this game. In proper minutes that matter. And we're missing 5 players. So I'm not fully down in the dumps. So the Bucks are still shooting 50% from 3. The number has gone down. They've shot 4 of 11 in the second quarter, which isn't even bad. McCullough's the most durable player, but we're probably the most injury-prone org. We probably are, so it's really... I'd back McCullough to play 2 nights in a row. Come on now. Ingles, the layup off the window, that's off, and guess what? Lopez is there for the follow, because no one boxes out. Dayron is committed to the contest on the Ingles layup. So we're playing the worst 5 players on the roster. Smith to Duke. I just knocked the mic. Duke the kick out. Drew Smith catch and shoot 3. That's off. Dayron get the board. Yes, sir! So Holiday out to Crowder. One more for Lopez. He's going to shoot that and score it. Nope, it's off. Rebound Utah. Drew Smith. He's going to look for Utah. On the bounce, the catch and shoot 3 from the elbow. That's off. Duke tried to get in there for the rebound, but Jay Crowder had first dibs. And now Ingles out to Middleton. The high screen by Lopez. The 3 by Middleton's off. But guess what? Mills is boxing out Crowder, so they get another crack. Ingles. High screen Lopez. Drew Smith picks him up. Ingles for 3, wide open. That's what happens when you play drop coverage. Fucking rubbish. Seriously. Paddy. 2. Short. In what world is that a good shot? Middleton. Backs down Drew Smith. Dayron comes over to help. Middleton misses the 2. Utah nearly scoffed up the rebound. Or coughed up the rebound. That doesn't make any sense. How can you scoff up a rebound? Mills. High screen Dayron. Paddy bounce pass to Dayron. Tried to put Lopez on a poster, but the dunk. He can't even dunk an uncontested dunk. Holiday is off on the 3. Drew Smith, high screen. Stops. Just lost the ball. It's going to be... What? Has to be Nets ball. So it's been a rough first half. The upside is we've played basically our second stringers the whole second quarter, and the deficit really hasn't blown out to an unmanageable one. It's 21. The game is not out of reach, but you can't run a team with these players and expect there to be any offense. Look at it. The only offense is Patty Mills. Dayron with the take. Layup, +1. 62-43. Dayron with the 2. He'll get 1 free throw at the line. Like, yeah, the only plus out of this is that it's only 18 points. It could be like 40. With this offense, like, who on earth can score the ball on this team capably, reliably? I would say no one, because Patty Mills is streaky as hell. Utah, if you give him the ball in the corner, he may knock it down, but he hasn't had that. We've got a kickball violation. Patty Mills is the culprit of that. And we got 48.5 left in the opening half. So it's... I don't really know the intent of this game. Full stop. We rested some of our better players. McCall played, which doesn't make sense going by that logic. And now we're playing our second stringers the entire second quarter. Allen with the scoop, he got it. But, like, I don't know what the direction of tonight's game is. What was the plan? Why did you even bother playing McCall? Patty for 3, got it. On the move, top of the key. So a 17-point game. Holiday picked up by Drew Smith. We can get a stop here and score on the other end. I'd say that's probably a win with the personnel we've put out on the floor. Holiday, Portis is left alone by Dayron. The 3 is short. You got to get the board. We do. Duke. Now Patty. He's going to hold for 1. Dayron going to set the high screen. Patty is blitzed. Oh my God. Fucking cancerous Patty. Turned it over right to... I don't know who we even thought about passing it to. But that is the half. It's 64-47. And look, I would say it could be worse. It also could be a hell of a lot better, couldn't it? But if we look at the box score, you'll see why we're losing. First and foremost, McCall had... Well, he played the entire opening quarter and shot 13 shots on a pretty bad efficiency, let's be real. Dayron scored 9. That is a number I didn't think was the case. Utah has taken 4 threes, missed them all. What do you expect when you barely play in like a month of basketball? So you're going to be rusty. 7 rebounds, though. He's on track to get about 15 rebounds. Look at all the players we've used. Cam's played 10 minutes. Sumner played 9 in that quarter. Drew Smith played 3. Duke played 8. What was the point of playing McCall then? Like, it's just like... I also forgot to change the quarter, so it's actually the second quarter over. The 3-point shooting is bad. The shooting overall is bad, but the Bucks, I mean, they were shooting lights out in the first quarter. I mean, we talk about them shooting over like 60% from 3, over 50% from the field. That number's gone down drastically. As much as this team is rubbish offensively, defensively, it's been all right. And we've sort of stabilized. I mean, take it with a grain of salt, but it hasn't been awful by the second unit. If we actually had offensive players, or if we, our starting 5 played with the same energy as that bench unit, then I reckon we would have been okay. You can see, though, Grayson Allen's got 12. Portis has got 19. What a damn surprise. You always expect him to score 30 plus against us. And Lopez has got 5 rebounds. Honestly, I think he's had more impact than that. If I extend the box score, you'll see that he's had 4 blocks. So there you go. 7 turnovers for them. They've only been to the free throw line 4 times, which is good. If Giannis was playing, it would be about 15 at this point in the game. We've been there more. We've had 8 offensive boards. Dayron's 2 rebounds have been offensive rebounds. And the turnovers, well, we've had 8. We had 2. But with this group of guys we've been playing, the cohesion isn't going to be as good. And you're going to be struggling to get any offensive flow because there's no one there. Simply. Full stop. Toka Tom, I don't know where you're manufacturing this money from. It does not grow on trees. Look, thank you once again for the 20 buckaroos, because... Mate, honestly, I don't understand. When I say donate, I don't mean spend 20. 5, maybe. But thank you. Thank you. I express my gratitude, obviously. $20 is no joke. Thank you very much, my guy, for the $20. But overall, like, it really isn't rocket science. You play with a team that barely gets minutes. Paddy has barely played. Sumner's barely played. Drew Smith has barely played. David Duke's barely played. Dayron's barely played, at least in recent times. So for these guys to have to come in, score the ball, play defense, have cohesion, and not turn the ball over, that's so easy to say, but it's very hard to execute. So that's the position we're in at the moment. If you are new around here, you know what to do. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well if you are new. And you want to obviously tune in for more Nets streams. We are doing one tomorrow with Nets Milwaukee. Not Milwaukee, that's tonight. Nets Minnesota tomorrow. That's obviously the game where we're going to be playing our players. But as far as I'm concerned, like, what are we even doing? I mean, I'm very for not playing Seth Curry and Joe Harris, but Mikal and... No, I was going to say Doe, but Mikal needs to play. He's played 12 minutes, dude. This guy's played every game in his career. You know, back-to-back shouldn't be a problem for him. Like, that's just a really, really weird situation, I have to say. Just share your thoughts about this, like how we've managed Mikal today, because, as I said, you think about it, and we rested 4 starters, or sorry, we rested, I say rested, they had niggles. You know, we talk about Clax, who else? Cam Johnson, Spencer Dinwiddie, all out tonight. And even Royce. Why on earth, if you're going to play Mikal 12 minutes in the first, nothing in the second, why would you even bother? Why would you even risk it? Probably to keep that perfect record of playing, you know? But it just doesn't make sense, the management. I do want to hear your thoughts on this, people. If you have any, you know, your 2 cents to put in on this discussion, then please do so, and we'll talk about it. It just doesn't make sense, though, to me. You played your deepest, like, the deepest players in your rotation, like, that have barely played, like, the entire second quarter. You know, like, the intent should be very clear from there that you're not looking to win the game. It's about the streak with Mikal. I would say it probably is. He probably wanted the coach to play him. But, like, I don't see the game as dead in the water. Like, I see there being an opportunity for us to win this game. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that there is a chance here. Like, 17 points can be made up very quickly. We look at what the Bucks did in the opening quarter. We started 13-5 up. We ended up 21-13 down in like 3 or 4 minutes, you know? So a 16-0 run can happen very quickly. You've got to get stops, and there's a lot of other factors involved, but, you know, JV getting too comfortable. I don't think it's about comfort. I just think, like, the intent is so confusing. What signal is Jacques Vaughn giving? Because it doesn't, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, in a game like today, I wouldn't rest the starters. I mean, I get you've got Minnesota tomorrow, but that's something that you'd do if you're managing, like, a tanking team. Like, it doesn't really, make any sense. I understand you want the players available for the games you want to win, or you think you have a better chance of winning, but every game you should be thinking you can win, you know? Manifesting another Brooklyn Bridges comeback. Well, I've got the jersey on that was worn for that specific game. So I'm hoping that we can see it again. Man, just play Mikal, Joe, Cam, Noel, and Sharp. Is that 5 players? Yeah. That, you cannot play Noel and Sharp at the same time. I'm sorry. God, the defense on that would be hideous. Cam, Thomas, and Joe as well, defensively. That's a nightmare of a defensive team. JV got his contract because of KD's greatness. I would say no. I just think they pounced on it too quickly. The Bucks have another gear they reach in the second half of games. True, but I would argue... Where's my water bottle? I don't know where it is. I may have to go grab it. Actually, I've got some water here. Look, sure they actually have, like, an extra gear they can go into, but that being said, I don't think they're going to score 13 threes in the second half. Oh, no, sorry. More than 13 threes in the second half. Because if they hit 13 in the second half, they haven't reached another gear tonight, have they? They're only down 17. That's nothing. Exactly what I'm saying, Simeon. Exactly what I'm saying. If we can hit our threes in the second half, we're back. That's all we got tonight. Well, the defense was much improved in that second quarter. We only conceded what? We actually broke even with them in that second quarter. 27 points apiece. The defense was better. Interestingly enough, the offense was also better than the first quarter when the bench was not playing. Patty Mills has scored 8 on good efficiency, and Davron's done the same. I mean, Patty Mills is a +5 in 9 minutes, if that's any silver lining. Nerlens Noel is a team best -4 in the plus-minus. Sorry, not team best, starting 5 best. Mikal's actually got the worst plus-minus on the team. Man, we have to go on a 100-0 run. Yeah, look, I wish that was feasible, but unfortunately not, my friend. Oh boy, don't tempt fate on those threes, man. Honestly, I think I've just manifested another 18 threes in the second half. Get ready, ladies and gents, because your boy has just sabotaged. I ain't the Saba show anymore. I'm the Sabotage show. Or I'm just... Yeah. I mean, I could change my name to that, and it would be pretty accurate, I'll say that. So, yeah. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully we're not conceding another 23-pointers in the second half. Granted, we'd have to be awful. You've doomed us all. Well, just gonna have to live with it, mate. Just gonna have to live with it, I guess. What can I say? What's done is done now. Mate, Draymond Green and Dylan Brooks. I mean, that matchup is one for the ages, and they're playing today. Who is winning in that game? Memphis up 8. The Warriors have come back from 18 down at the half. They concede... Bro, the Warriors conceded 48 to Memphis in the opening quarter. Steph Curry's got 27. Cut the lead down to 5 now. 18 to Jaren Jackson. 16 to Tyus Jones. Dylan Brooks has played like trash. 4-13 from the field. Yeah, that's basically the gist. But yeah, keys for the second half. I mean, we just need to score the ball better. Number one, it would be helpful if Mikal played more than 12 minutes, but we actually flagged in the pregame that it was going to be the case that Mikal would get a more limited workload. That being said, I don't want to see if the game gets under 10 and Mikal's been playing like no minutes, he needs to play. If the game is there for the taking, what the hell are you doing playing your reserves? You play your best team. The Bucks, I mean, Lopez hasn't actually shot the ball that well. Middleton's 1 of 7. Drew's only taken 5 shots. Allen's taken 7 shots. You know. Good thing is though, yeah, the Bucks were 9 of 15 in the first quarter from 3. Second quarter they were 5 of 17. So the defense just, like, it was much better. Generally speaking, like, our coverage at the 3-point line was probably the same, but the defensive activity meant that it was a little bit more, you know, I reckon it was a bit more. I've just lost my train of thought. But, like, you get the idea. Like, the defense that we did around, just generally speaking, carried over to the 3-point shooting. Like, the Bucks felt a little bit more perceived pressure, and that's why probably their shots were off. That's obviously, like, the biggest assumption of all time, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that's what it was. Anyway, the second half is ready to commence, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well. Okay. It was just much better in the second half, and the offense flowed better because, you know, we were getting more stops. We could break out into transition much easier. It's a simple game, basketball. Like, I say this every game with, like... Yeah, I say this every game. Like, you create turnovers, you can break out in transition. The shots come much more easily. I don't even need to be a genius. I don't need to be a basketball analyst. I can just say it. It's common sense. What the fuck? What is this bench? Oh my god, what is this team we're playing? This is the weirdest approach I've ever seen from a Nets team. With our 3 starters, the Nets should be down much more. 100%. So we're playing the 5 that we had to close the first half, except Cam in place of Sumner / I don't know who else. Utah. Duke, Drew Smith, Mills, Dayron, Cam, and someone else. Dayron. 5 on the floor. So, I mean, this is going to be one of the best comebacks I've ever seen in my life. If we come back to win this, newfound respect. Middleton, runner is good. I mean, Dayron at the 5, that just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen, even though he scored 9 points. Like, the interior presence, I don't think is there. Cam Thomas, into the paint. Kick out, Duke, thought about the pass. The runner was uncontested. The putback was good after he missed the initial. And, well, we're going to need to see a lot of that. So, Cam Thomas, you wanted game time. This is your time now. Lopez, good strong take. And Dayron isolated under the basket. That's going to be tough. Drew Smith, top of the key. 3 is off. God, this is going to be a long second half. Middleton goes baseline. Missed it. Lopez with the putback. Why is Dayron going up? He'd already missed the layup and Dayron just jumped for no reason to contest that shot. It was already missing. Cam thought about the 3. Shoots the midi. That's off. Like, Cam, I swear to God, if... Oh, this is just ropes. Holiday's fouled by Duke. It's going to be shots. I don't get it. Why are we playing this? Why are we playing this lineup? The game is... This is such a questionable decision. Like, just to throw the game like this. Holiday bricks the first free throw. Okay. Second free throw is good. Thumb injury, that's what it was, yeah. I was looking for it right now, the injury report. Mills just bounced it off his foot, nearly lost it out of bounds. We have a 3-second call on Lopez. Oh my god. It wasn't even a 3-second call. It was because there's a serious amount of inadequacy operating the scoring table. Or the clock. Like, they forgot to start the time. How dumb are you? Paddy from the inbounds, ball fake, wide open three, got it. 71-52. Why could I not just be G'd up about a game today? Middleton to Lopez. We're playing some weird-ass zone. Lopez threw it out of bounds. It's going to be Nets ball. Why is Dinwiddie resting? Did Jordan ever rest? Let's not compare Dinwiddie to Jordan, shall we? So many players rest. Let's not make this about Spencer. Why are the starters not playing? Well, I'm pretty sure they actually were out to injuries or soreness, but it's just a fancy way to say that they're resting. Duke going to take on Portis behind the back. Kick out to the corner for Drew Smith. The three is good. He got it. Down to 16. Middleton to Holiday. Turnover Duke. Transition opportunity for Duke. The Euro, the layup. Missed the layup. Cam for the follow. And a timeout by the Bucks. It is a 14-point game. Why is Finney Smith not playing? As I said, they're playing the reserves. Well, the interesting thing is, so if he's playing the bench to start the second half, who comes off the bench then? Because you don't have the bench. What, we're going to play a 7-man rotation of primarily or only the bench? They rest because the NBA season is too long. I just feel like injuries are just so much more happen so much more often. The conditioning, you would think it would go up in this era, but it's gone down. Oh, I think the pace of the game is probably what's changed. It puts the body under more duress. So an 8-0 run by the Nets has cut the lead down. Sorry, was it an 8-0 run? I don't know. I think it's an 8-1 run. Has cut the lead down to 14, and we're playing a bit of zone defense, which is interesting. The NBA season has been 82 games for how many decades now? I honestly couldn't give you an answer. I believe you're new here, Simeon. And if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I'm pretty uneducated about NBA history. So, 82 game season starts. I don't know when this is. From 1967. So yeah. No excuses. Coach Vaughn is resting his players because they play back-to-back. Well, this is the first night of the back-to-back. Usually you'd see him rest on the second night. It was rhetorical. Thing is, I actually didn't know the answer. So I actually wanted to search it up. You should know this though. We can't tell if you're being rhetorical. I'm just going to naturally assume you're asking the question. Decent question nonetheless, if someone actually didn't know. I actually don't know why are we doing this though? If the game gets down to a 5-point deficit, we're going to sit McCall. We're going to sit our best team if it gets to under 5 points. We're going to opt for Drew Smith and David Duke in the closing lineup against the Milwaukee Bucks. Regardless, it's been a good performance, by the bench. They've actually outscored. They've actually outscored the Bucks in the time that we've run this throwaway lineup. It's not actually that throwaway. Middleton. Switch. Middleton. Spin is good. And that's basically too easy. Got to his spot. Turnaround push shot was good. Paddy lost the ball, got it back. Drew Smith from the corner. Got it again! Drew Smith. I did not know he had 3-pointers available. Voice crack. Decided it wanted to be a part of the action. It's now down to 13. Middleton is blocked by Paddy from behind. What the fuck? Lopez makes the 2 on the other end, but... Jesus Christ. Drew Smith. Thought about the 3. Duke. He got it! Oh my goodness. How am I 15 seconds behind, dude? Hold on a second. Allen in the corner. Oh my God, Cam. Fouled him on the 3. You dumbass. Cam will pick up the foul. He's gonna challenge it. Jacques Vaughn is adamant that that was not a foul. I think he reckons that they clapped hands at the apex. It is a high 5. I can't tell you how much I would love our bench to get the win over the Bucks. Mate, I'm telling you, it's in the jersey, bro. As if he was going to block it. Well, it could be overturned because it was a high 5. Because they did that, basically. As if he was going to block it. I mean, yeah, that's the problem with Cam. He's just defensively ropes. His closeouts are a bit rash. I make a decent amount of income. I love the Nets and your channel is awesome. I shall continue to support. Thank you again for the donation. You need to seriously stop. Let other people get in on the action. You're stealing the spotlight at the moment, my friend. But thank you for the 5 buckaroos again. Thank you. Bridges might be walking into a new lineup next game. Yeah, it's going to be Bridges surrounded by Drew Smith and Dayron. And Paddy and David Duke. What a lineup. Serious game changer. But, look. With this in mind, I did not think that Utah would be playing backup to the backups. Utah needs to play. Exactly what I've just said. How is Utah still the backup? So the 5 on the floor in this run, in case you've missed it, ladies and gents, is Drew Smith, Patty Mills, David Duke, Dayron Sharp, and someone else I cannot remember. Vaughn is special. I wouldn't say that. We've hit our 3-pointers recently. We couldn't buy a 3-pointer in the first half by our starting 5, but then Drew Smith and David Duke, who have not been able to shoot a 3 basically in their entire NBA career, have knocked down the last 3 3-pointers without a miss. So, I'll tell you what, I'm going to give him credit. This has just been ridiculous that we've stayed with them with this rubbish lineup on paper. Today, it's been a very gritty performance. A very gritty performance. Cam Thomas. We've played a small ball lineup. We won it. But we have to win the jump ball to get the ball. Come on, Dayron. Come on, Day-Day. Win it. Win it. Yes! Here we go. Drew Smith. So we're basically a 4-point swing if we can make the shot. Paddy. 3. Got it! It's down to single figures. Are you joking? It's a 9-point game. Lopez in the corner. Middleton, Lopez rolls. Dayron was there, but it is a layup by your boy Brook Lopez. Back to 11. Paddy. Gonna drive, bounce past Dayron, the kick out, one more. Drew Smith again. That's off. Good look. But unfortunately, Drew Smith ain't no Steph Curry. Unfortunately not. That's not the personnel we're dealing with here. Middleton is fouled on the floor by David Duke. Okay. Okay. We're fought all the way back, and now we're here. Utah comes in for, I believe... I'm so uneducated with the back end of this roster that I don't even know who just went out. Cam Thomas is going to the bench. Interesting. Interesting. So, 7 minutes to play third quarter. It's down to 11. It was 17 at the half. Middleton, the baseline 2. That's off. The rebound by the Nets after Lopez tried to back tap it. Mills. Pass. What are you fucking doing with no looks? We somehow got it back after we coughed it up. Mills stops back out of Drew Smith. 10 to shoot. Drive. Pass. Dayron protects the ball and scores off the window. Dayron looked very, very in the mud on that possession, but somehow we've ended up with the points. We're definitely not scoring that in the first half. Lopez. Good defense by Dayron. Drew Smith, the acceleration. Blocked by Lopez. Ingles with the rebound. Is Mikal Bridges hurt? Nope. Jacques Vaughn flagged a limited workload pre-game. Turns out the limited workload was 12 minutes. Turnover. Ingles with a... I don't know what you call it. A carry. And it's going to be Nets ball. David Duke. Excellent defense. But that previous offensive possession where Dayron scores off the window, like we had 3 opportunities to turn it over. And we somehow remained strong and persistent in that entire possession. Drew Smith into the paint. Picks up his dribble. Utah in the corner. Pass. Mills rolls to the rim. He didn't roll. And then he just passed it to Joe Ingles. What is Paddy doing? Middleton wanted a foul. Didn't get it. Get the board. Yes. Duke. Oh my God. Oh my God. What is going on? Holiday for 3. That's off. Jesus Christ, this game. Holy smokes. Mills is wide open in the mid-range. That's off. Far out. I can't even commentate this game. It's so frantic. So many misses, so many crazy possessions. Ingles missed it. We didn't box out, and Middleton waited and was patient. He scores for 2. Like, the Bucks are giving us an opportunity here. I'm not even capping. The problem is you're going to be prone to errors, especially with a team that has this personnel. Dayron, what are you doing? 3-pointers, bro. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, that is well done by Utah. Lopez was trying to hand it off to Middleton, who was about a foot away from him. Utah knocks it off Middleton's leg. It is a turnover. It is going the other way again. So it's just been a crazy third quarter. We haven't seen much of Bobby Portis. I don't know where he is. Lopez has had 6 blocks in this game. Crazy stuff. So we are literally running like a 6-man lineup or a 7-man lineup or an 8-man lineup based purely off bench players. We need to attack the basket. Sumner is in for that exactly. He's going to drive down the middle. Picks up his dribble. That was a laser to Duke on the outside. Drive. Layup. Got it. That's what we need to see, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we need to see. Connaughton down the middle. Layup is good. So the Bucks have responded. They are holding us off. Drew Smith into the paint. Foul +1! Drew Smith will go to the line to cut it down to 8. We have not been closer since we were all the way back in the trenches. A 21-point deficit we were facing, and I think it was early in the second quarter. Or a 23-point game, and all of a sudden it's down to 9. Now it's down to 8. 3:50 to play, third quarter. Holiday to Ingles. They've got Portis, Connaughton, Crowder, Ingles, and Holiday, the 5 on the floor. Holiday, Crowder gets by the closeout. Portis blew the dunk. It's a foul, though. He was hit on the arm, and the rotations were a little bit questionable there. Once Noel got bypassed, it was a little bit ropes, and Sumner had to pick up Portis on the cutback door. Is Dinwiddie playing? No, he's not. So in case you've missed the memo, Dinwiddie out, Royce out, Cam Johnson out, Portis misses number 1. Cam Johnson, Dinwiddie, Royce, Clax, McCullough, Doe have not played since the end of the first quarter. The bench has played the entirety of the second and the third quarter. Portis makes number 2. Please put Sumner in. He is in right now. Sumner, Utah, Duke, Drew Smith, Noel. Drew Smith, cross into the paint, stops, picked up his dribble. He had to pass it back out to Sumner as the bailout. Sumner one-on-one with Crowder. We got to shoot it. Sumner gets in the paint, the reverse. Noel, the follow. You got to take it with 2 hands, Nerlens. You got to take it with 2 hands. There was no one boxing out or even trying to get that rebound. Connaughton with active hands, a vital hand in there to give him another opportunity. Noel, not Noel, Drew Smith with the interception. To the corner, 3-pointer for Sumner. 3 is good! It's back down to half a dozen. Once again, defense leads to offense. It's 82-76. We are 6 of 9 from 3 in the quarter. Connaughton makes their first 3 of the second half. We're 6 of 9 from 3 with this team in. At halftime, I said they're god-awful on offense, but they've gone out and hit 6 threes in the quarter. Oh my god, that is such a shitty pass, but Sumner is able to gather. Noel trying to take Crowder off the dribble. The spin, he blew the layup. How do we get a second chance? Drew Smith blew the layup. Noel with the rebound. Kicks it out to Duke. He's fouled by Holiday. Even when we look completely out of position, completely out of the play, we've somehow found a way to end up with our hands on it. It's just been basically via pure grit and toughness that we've been able to get back in this game. We've been getting those extra possessions. We've been forcing turnovers. You know, irrespective of talent, that stuff wins your games. We got 12 to shoot. Drew Smith sets the feet. The 3 is an air ball. So fair to say that's not his corner. So the Bucks can get it back out to double figures. Portis down the middle. Noel was there, but Portis, credit to him, banked it in off the window. Sumner the other way, was stripped of it, and it's going the other way. So, will Bridges come back? I don't think he will, you know. I don't think he will. Noel, active hands, gets a turnover created. Transition opportunity. Drew Smith, the easy layup. Yet again, defense leads to offense. This time it's Noel with the steal. 6 turnovers for Milwaukee in this third quarter. Crowder threw it basically out of bounds. They saved it though. Connaughton has hops. He gets it here. Utah, weird positioning. How is that a foul? Like, that pass was awful by Crowder. Like, Like, Sumner should have been able to read that Connaughton was trying to feed it back out to Ingles. Instead, they're getting 2 free throws. We have 12 available players pretty much sharing minutes. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be one bit surprised. It's a non-shooting foul. He was going up for the shot. They've been absolutely stitched up there. Everyone had set up for I can't even say it, 4 free throws. Javon, turnover. Portis fumbled it. Mills, that's a foul. And we're in the bonus. It's going to be a 4-point swing. They should have been taking free throws on one end, but instead, a turnover on the following possession and a foul will send us to the line. So, inside the final minute, so what's going on here? So, my play-by-play has been pretty awful this game because just, it's just crazy what's going on here. Like, emotions get the better of you when they really cloud your thinking. Did they think that was a pass? So the free throws are good. It's down to 7. This is the closest we've gotten. If we can score late, then we have a ball game. I mean, we already do, but it's the zone defense that has really helped us. Javon Carter's going to let the clock run down. Carter, excellent defense. Noel, you got to box out, dude. Second chance. Connaughton catch and shoot 3 is off. Rebound Utah. He lost the ball. No. 3 is off. Get the board. God damn it. Oh, for God's sake. Portis out to Carter, gets through, kick out, Crowder 3, missed it, and that's it. Oh my life, what a damn quarter, but mate, we literally were about to go down the other end, potentially to get it down to 3 or 4, and I don't know, the ball just didn't bounce up to Utah. It like bounced way higher than it should have. He may have applied a bit of extra pressure and he just completely lost the ball and slipped over. So they had 2 extra opportunities on top of the initial, which they missed. So amongst all those frantic possessions, we have a ball game. Unbelievably enough, we outscored them by 10 in the quarter. We hit 6 3-pointers. And if we look at the bench scoring, you will see, well, the starting lineup, who gives a crap about the starting lineup when, look at the bench scoring, bro. Patty Mills is 4-5 from deep. Dayron's got 11. Sumner's got 9. Cam Thomas 7. 13 to Drew Smith. Big minutes by him. And David Duke with 9. It wouldn't even take my best guess to know who on earth is closing this game. I mean, put your predictions out there. Who the hell closes this game out? I have no idea. We're shooting the ball like trash, but the Bucks, after shooting like upwards of 60% from 3 in the first quarter, only made 1 3 in that third quarter. 1 of 6 from the outside, and then basically shooting just over 40%. They've really fallen off offensively, but we have a game. Thomas has to have more assists than Sharp. Well, I don't really care how you do it. I just care you win the game. That's it. I'm telling you, it's in the jersey, mate. The Celtics game, I was wearing this exact Nick Claxton statement jersey. And we won the game from 28 down. This is next level. If we win this game, I'm lost for words. If we win this game, I'm lost for words. The shots have just not fallen for the Bucks. Thomas needs to shoot more mid-ranges. As I said, I'm not going to give this team any advice. I just want them to play. You know, there's going to be mistakes in there, like the end of the quarter where Utah can't even bounce the basketball. But I cannot commend this team more for their effort, their hustle, their persistence, possession after possession, offensively, defensively. We've been able to recycle possessions. We've been able to, you know, to force turnovers. It's been unbelievable. So 5 on the floor as we start this last quarter is Dayron, David Duke, Patty Mills, Cam Thomas, Yuta Watanabe. Here we go. Allen, the runner, is off the rebound by Dayron. That is the starting point. That is what you need to do every possession in this last quarter. Come on. Yuta to Cam Thomas, out to Yuta again. Drive, layup, foul, shots. Mills and Smith combined for nearly 30 already. I bagged this team out at halftime for having no offense. But in the second half, they've just proven me wrong. In order to win, we have to get stops and box out for rebounds. Well, we're getting out rebounded by 13, so that's one big area. They've had a lot of second chance opportunities. They may have not converted them yet, but they will punish us in the back end. These players are really capable NBA players, so you can't give them these opportunities. You can't dangle the carrot in front of them. So it's back down to a 5-point deficit. We have come all the way back. Now we're here. 5-point game. 11 minutes to play the last quarter. Javon Carter to Middleton. We have scored 20 points off turnovers to the Bucks 3. Lopez is doubled. Utah comes over to help. Basically airballed the midi. Here we go. David Duke. High screen. Drive. Layup. Miss. Dayron was there. And we're going to recycle the possession. Again. Dayron's fight has been unbelievably good in this second half. In the first half, Lopez was dominant, but Dayron's been slowly wrestling back the advantage. Utah on the outside. He's going to drive and kick to Duke, who drives right by Connaughton. Dayron, that's the strong take. Nearly the offensive board, but he didn't get it to go. Lopez was there. Allen in transition. He's going to hold things up. Lopez looking for a pass. He gives it to Connaughton on the handoff. Connaughton lost it. It's going to be a foul on the floor. And a side out will follow. This should be the nationally televised game instead of the dross in Memphis. Yeah. I mean, it would be awfully funny to see Milwaukee getting embarrassed by the Nets' third stringers. That's another one that could have easily been a shooting foul, but the Bucks once again stiffed by the refs. I mean, we copped basically the same treatment in the first half. Kick out to Connaughton on the catch. That's the second three-pointer they've made in the second half, and it's been the same guy from the same spot, right in the corner. Juan, hope you're doing well, my guy. I love that name, Juan. Oh, Dayron, man, that's the last thing we needed. Last thing we needed, a moving screen, a turnover. Bro, Dayron, I mean, these are the little mistakes that are gonna be, like, they're gonna happen. They're gonna happen. With a team like this, it's unavoidable. You've just got to limit the amount of them you do, and you've got to limit how much you're punished. Allen misses the 3. Mills with the board. Transition opportunity. Duke down the middle. Oh! Sheesh! The anger unleashed on the basket on that throwdown was unbelievable. Middleton the spin and kick out to Lopez. Does not shoot the 3. Middleton thought about it. Lopez in the post. Defense collapses. Carter on the catch. That's off. Allen just went out of bounds. Dayron got to be careful with the boxing out, but that's what happens when you break out in transition. The defense wasn't set. Lopez was trailing, and And there's no one to stop Duke. Smith the cross into the paint. Lost the ball. Dove for it. Got it back. And it is Nets ball. Once again, we looked for all money gone on that possession, but Drew Smith diving for the loose ball is exactly what I've been calling for this whole game. So 9 or so minutes to play. I don't know how cooked these guys are going to be by the game's end, how match fit they are, because they haven't played minutes like this probably all season, barring maybe 2 or 3 games, but this has been an unbelievable effort. All things considered, when you consider who we've got missing, the deficit we were facing early in the game, it's been an unbelievable comeback. Cam, the step back 3. Got it! It's down to 3! Top of the key! Whoo! 72 bench points. Oh my life. Middleton the drive. The layup is off. The rebound by Middleton. The kick out of Connaughton. One more for Allen. 3 is good. That is why you need to box out. A miss could have made us tie the game up. Crazy stuff. Cam is going to drive on the baseline. The foul, surely. Oh my God, an offensive foul, dude. This is what we're going to look back on at game's end. We're going to think about that Dayron illegal screen, the Cam Thomas offensive foul, the boxing out on the other end. Those little things are really just holding us back right now. 6-point game. It's very... We can ascertain the lead. It's not out of reach by any stretch. But we gotta once again get rid of those errors, man. Allen is wide open for 3 again. It's off. The rebound by Duke. He skied in. Jesus Christ. Dayron was trailing. He fell to the floor. He's now back there on the possession to set the high screen. 1-2 with Cam. Doesn't shoot. Dayron top of the key. Doesn't pass. He's going to take it into the paint. Miss the layup. I don't like that. Dayron one-on-one with Lopez in the paint. He doesn't have the moves, the tools available to get Lopez out of the way. So Middleton is going to face up David Duke. He's now going to back him down. One-on-one. Turn around. Off. Good defense, Duke. So now Cam the other way. 3. Well off. Back iron. I don't want to see 3s. Drive it to the cup. Mills is back down by Holiday. Lopez is wide open. You have to call a timeout. Yep, there it is. So it's back up to 9. We got it down to about 4, but it has been the 3-point shooting and the turnovers which has been our downfall. Bucks are going to win. Well, I'd hope so. I'd hope for the sake of Bucks fans, the Bucks win. Because if you lose, or if the Bucks lose, they're going to get, like, clowned for the existence of time. Like, if you get beaten by Drew Smith, who's played like 5 games as a 2-way player this season, yep, you got a problem. If you're up 21 as well, let's just not forget that. We were down 21 and we are now in with a big shot. But this is the thing, like, McCullough's sat the whole game. He's played 12 minutes. He is active for this game. Why would you not play McCall? He has not played since the first quarter. It would be one of the most unique, yet big brain management plays of all time. Like, we should have brought McCall in, like, I don't know, when it was like 87-90. We should have. JV quit. Look, I don't think he's quit given where we've come back into the contest. Thomas loves hero ball. There is plenty of time to be smart, make good shots, and draw fouls. That's the thing, man. Now closing the gap at 9 points seems difficult. In no way, shape, or form is it difficult. You can go on a 9-0 run in 1 minute. We've just got to get stops. And we've been doing that well, but, you know, you've got to do yourself a favor on the offensive side of the ball. If you are enjoying the stream, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. This is probably the most people we've had in the chat for quite some time. So thank you for tuning in. Hope you're all well. We are back here tomorrow for Nets Minnesota. So if you want to be notified of when I go live, make sure to subscribe. But right now, I mean, we're going to have to dig deep. We've got to erase the errors. We've got to be smart with it, which is all. You know, that's the kind of thing that we're going to be prone to with this lot of players. But please tell me why we should not be playing Mikal now. So Noel is back in. Utah, Paddy, David Duke, and someone else. I think JV is resting Mikal for Minnesota. Here's the thing, though. He's played 12 minutes. Like, he should be regenerated. He has not played all game, basically. Drew Smith is the other man on the floor. Paddy, fade away too. Got it! That's a tough shot. I wouldn't have backed him in to hit that, but he's done well there. Middleton's got Noel on him. I don't like this. Where is Duke? Middleton misses the runner, and now it is the Nets the other way. Paddy the cross. Gets by Holiday. The layup is good! Over Lopez. Magician-like. Holiday the kick out of Carter on the catch. The three is off. The rebound by Paddy. Gets it ahead to Utah. Layup. Got it! What a pass by Patty Mills. And you would probably say that that Patty Mills pass is nothing special. That is so underrated. Utah did not have to break stride because obviously, you know, when you've got the basketball in your possession, you can't move as fast as, you know, when you don't have the ball. But he threw it into the perfect, like he put the perfect amount of weight on it for Utah to run into space and get, and, you know, get possession of the ball much closer to the basket. If Patty had just thrown it to Utah, Lopez has gotten back. But that pass was so pinpoint precise. I do think we may need Patty in the closing, man, because his experience is invaluable. Especially in a game like, if we look back on the last game, actually, not the last game. I'm not talking about the last game as in the last game we played. The last game is in Houston. I'm talking about this game. The last time that we went with a super, like we went super deep into the rotation and gave him heavy minutes. Let's have a discussion. Let's have a dialogue, right? If I can actually get it up. So, that game we won, all the way back in November, where we beat the Pacers coming back from a huge deficit, right? Patty had 24 in that game, playing 34 minutes. Sumner had 21. Cam Thomas had 33. Dayron had 20. And no, not Kess. Markieff Morris had 15. So, Patty had a big role to play in that game. He was a +8 in that game, second best in the whole team. I think he needs to get run down the stretch. Finney Smith is also being held out by Jacques Vaughn, much like Mikal. See, I don't get it. We're down 3. You have Mikal active. Look, I also get that you probably don't want to break up the groove of these guys. You bring Mikal back in, Mikal becomes a very clear number 1 option. And then it becomes a little bit more predictable with your offense. But this is an absolutely colossal second half performance. This is the most points a bench has had for the Nets since a December game at Milwaukee in 2018. Gee, that would have been ages ago. I want to see the team because it would have been like a team with Alan Crabb or something like that. Joe has no points. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't really played either. The whole starting five has barely played. They played the opening quarter. What the fuck is the rotations? Bro, Lopez is wide open in the corner. Noel's got to be awake for that. Dude, what is Nerlens Noel doing? He gave Lopez, like, a paddock of space. Drew Smith. Patty Mills. 3 top of the key. Doesn't get it. Noel is going to get the whistle his way. Lopez will pick up the foul. And Noel with the persistence yet again. That Pacers game is another example of Thomas and Sumner performing well together. Yeah, well, it's just a matter of the next man up mentality. That's all it takes. Oh, Patty, what are you doing? Turnover. Transition opportunity for Milwaukee. Ingles, good closeout, Patty, but guess who's open? Brook Lopez. He misses the 3, top of the key. 6 minutes to play. Mills, Noel, Utah, top of the key. Back out of Patty, who's guarded by the fellow countryman in Ingles. Mills bounce past Noel. Kick out to Duke. Cross. Mid-range. Got it! Whoo! Bro, David Duke, what on earth? Where has this come from? He's scoring mid-ranges, 3-pointers like it's nothing. So they're going to run Dayron in the closing. Surely that's a charge. Noel with the charge call. Going his way. And we can cut it down to a singular possession. Cam Thomas is back in for this final run as well. Here we go. Excellent defense, Nerlens. Excellent defense. And now Dayron's back in. Cam is back in. We cannot play ISO ball, Cam. Drew Smith. 2 is good. Poor pick and roll defense by the Bucks. Wide open look, and we're in the final 5 minutes with the margin at 2. We're shooting over 50% in the quarter to the Bucks 29%. Holiday for 3, it's off. We can tie the game or take the lead. Patty Mills. Drew Smith. Bounce pass to Dayron. Allen saves it. Drew Smith looking like Superman with the dive. Dayron is fouled. It's going to be shots. Unbelievable, Drew Smith. Unbelievable. Dove in out of nowhere. Excellent tap to Cam Thomas. That wins you games. That is an unbelievable effort. That is crazy. Bit of a voice crack involved in there. As I said before, it wants a bit of the action. 4:30 to play. I think there's a challenge in here. Yeah, it's a challenge. I don't know. Is that a throwaway challenge? I'm not sure, but regardless, you have all been here to witness it. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe as well if you are new. There's also a donation button if you really feel obligated to add extra support on top. But this has just been a regular game nonetheless. Or, no, not a regular game, an amazing game nonetheless. That is going to be a jump ball. Lopez has cleanly blocked that one. Dayron was there for the dunk. That is, I mean, Lopez defensively has been insane. Now, the only thing you could say is potentially if Allen has Allen come across and hit Dayron? I'm not sure. Mikal played the first quarter to maintain his Iron Man record. JV's making a smart team building decision. I wouldn't say it's a team building decision, but it's for the culture, isn't it? I would say it's overturned, but I think it's clean, but they're taking a bit of time for something that I thought was a clean block. Yeah. So it's going to be a jump ball in the center. Lopez has been unbelievable. What? Wait, did we get the ball or did they get the ball? Okay, so who got the ball? Oh, so it's going to be Bucks ball because they... Yeah, it's going to be Bucks ball because Lopez had possession after that whistle was called. Hot take, Drew Smith is the only true point guard. I would not actually say that's far-fetched. Here we go. Lopez. No, Ingles, sorry. Portis. Defense by Dayron. 2 off the window. Jacques Vaughn wanted to travel. Not going to get the whistle. So we've got a score now. Drew Smith. They're going to play bit of zone, it looks like. It gets harder when you have to play half court. Half court offense. Drew Smith to Patty. 6 to shoot. Patty's going to shoot a 3. On the pull-up, it's off. And very smart IQ play for Allen to tap it to Ingles. Pass to Holiday to the corner for Allen. Gets by. And the reverse is good. 6-point game. I literally don't understand why, if you've got Mikal Bridges active, you don't play him. Smith, the runner, is good. Bro, Drew Smith has properly shown that he's capable of playing NBA basketball. Like, he's got me convinced. 4-point game. Holiday. Picked up by Dayron on the outside. I don't like this. The pass to Ingles. Got by Cam. Holiday into the paint. Over Dayron. Fuck off. So lucky. That was well to the right, and he's just gotten the bounce. So they've scored a couple buckets in a row. Mills for 3 again. Why is he shooting it again? Bro, Patty, you've got to drive it. It's not that kind of game yet where you've got to shoot threes. Ingles to the corner for Lopez. The pass through Portis, who is trapped initially. He's going to back down Drew Smith. The hook shot is good. You don't have any size in there. They're just being really smart with it. I mean, I expected this to happen down the stretch. Cam Thomas is going to drive. That is a blatant foul. It's going to be shots. I don't know why Patty Mills has opted for 3-pointers over that mentality. Drive it to the cup. He's going to get free throws, does Cam Thomas. It's not it's not done with yet. 2:26 to play, 107.99. You're a couple stops away and a couple baskets away from getting it back to where you want it to be. In a game like this, though, I keep repeating it, though. Mikal is active on the bench and he can't play. Or he's not playing. Why? So Drew Smith to the bench. What the fuck? For David Duke. Actually, I wouldn't have taken Drew Smith off, but I would have brought David Duke in because his defense has been awesome. So Cam Thomas makes, and it's a 6-point game. We need stops now. Holiday, high screen Lopez. Kick out through Portis. Shit. Holiday, one more. Lopez is fouled. This is the problem with playing zone and switching. You had David Duke picking up Lopez under the basket. Like, it's just so, like, it's a no-brainer to just continuously feed the big man because you're getting killed for size. Like, realistically, if the Bucks were smart about this earlier in the game, they would have won easily because, yeah. But Lopez misses number 1, so that's pretty big in the context of the game. So, you know, it's not done. It's not done yet. The door remains ajar. 8 blocks tonight for Brook Lopez. Our starters are 15 points. That's amazing. I know, pretty impressive, all things considered, you know. Nothing on the bench, but... Okay. Second is good. Got the roll. What are we doing playing this fucking small ball lineup? Utah's the 5 now. What the hell? So we just got punished on the inside, so let's make our team smaller. Cam gonna drive. Defense collapses. That's a foul. It's gonna be shots again, and this is exactly what we need. Because we can tack on a couple points. Get the margin a little bit lower than what it was about 30 seconds ago. Oh, shit. Cam Thomas just ran right into Brook Lopez's elbow. Big hit. Lucky he didn't get a neck injury or something like that. Because there was a bit of whiplash involved. Excellent effort, though. Excellent effort. I don't know how we win this game from here, but there's a chance. Thomas makes free throw 1. Dayron back in the game. What are these rotations? Drew Smith came in for like 30 seconds and now Dayron's back in. I would have been running Noel down the stretch. Cam makes number 2. He got the roll. And with 2 minutes to play, it's a 5-point game. 5 on the floor for the Nets is Mills, Duke, Cam Thomas, Utah, and Dayron. Ingles, Portis. Holiday top of the key. He's got Duke on him. They're going to look to feed Portis. Lopez bounce pass to Portis. Spin. How is that a foul? Fuck off. 2.9 to shoot. And Utah, I think he leaned in very slightly. Oh, that is tough. That is a bit of a joke, man. Oh, for God's sake. That's the last thing you needed. That was such a good defensive possession as well. Like, the rotations were on point. Lopez didn't get the 3. Portis makes number 1. So, 109, 103, 137 to play. A make would get it out to 7. Portis is good on the second free throw. So, we need to score and we need to get stops. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen. Cam Thomas, 3. Got it! Here we go! 1:30 to play, 4-point game. New franchise record for bench points, 91 of them. Middleton picked up by Duke. Backs him down. Gets into the paint. Scores the 2. Cam, is he going to shoot another 3? What is it? Cam into the paint. The step back 2 is good. And that's when you need Cam Thomas, man. When you need a bucket down the stretch, he steps up. But we need stops. Patty Mills is guarding Middleton in the post. Turnover! Go! Push the pace! Cam gets by! Layup! Got it! 1 possession game! Get a stop! Get a stop. If you get a stop and they run down the clock, you can win the game. Holiday shoots the 3. It's off. No! Box out! For fuck's sake! We got the stop! A tip in by Lopez. That is literally what I said before was gonna happen. Oh, for God's sake, Dayron, what is the positioning there? That is the problem with the team that Jacques Vaughn's rolled out. I mean, the team's been unbelievably good, but when you roll out a lineup of Duke, Cam Thomas, and Patty Mills, you've only got 2 guys that can box out. You've got no extra guy that can come in and be the third man that can come in from over the top. Like, as I've said all game long, these guys are not accustomed to playing 30 minutes. They're not accustomed to playing down the stretch in big games like this against very good opposition. So these errors are going to happen. And we've said, it's about A, limiting the mistakes and then negating how much of an impact it has. Unfortunately, the one error we've had in about 3 minutes has been one of high impact for the Bucks. So it's one of those things, you don't have the personnel, man. If Noel was in, maybe we get the defensive rebound. I don't know, but you can't help but think, like, that is an opportunity that has gone begging. So Duke gets it in. Cam Thomas, one of the three, and now it feels like the play's shit. Duke the drive. Bye-bye. Lopez with the block, and that should do it. Javon Carter gets ahead. The layup is good, and that'll do it. You just knew the minute that Cam Thomas couldn't get the three off, that was it. Because you saw, like, Cam Thomas was getting ready to set up for that three-pointer. They covered that outlet, or that avenue, to scoring the ball, and you just knew. Duke with the drive. Lopez. Look, Duke probably needed to give the wraparound pass to Dayron, and even then there's no guarantees. But Lopez has 9 blocks. That is his career high. Like, that's basically what happens when you've got the best defender in the league. Or one of the best rim protectors in the league. Obviously, I'm not going to diss my boy Clax like that, but what a kick in the guts. What a kick in the guts. I literally would have brought McCall in. Sharp's mentality has to be box out, every rebound is mine. It is what it is. Look, we can't nitpick everything of Dayron's. He's a second-year player. He shouldn't be playing this many minutes, but y'all didn't even have a chance, let's be real. We got it down to a singular possession twice. If we boxed out on that missed Holiday 3, we potentially could have taken the lead. You know? Let's see what on earth Jacques Vaughn has drawn up out of the timeout. Paddy's going to get it. That's an open 3. Got it! Okay, we're back in. 13.7 to play. You can get a turnover here. If you can get the turnover, you're on. Grayson Allen gets it from the inbounds, and it is a foul at the 11-second mark. That's not nitpicking. It's just like more like, what's the word? Like, look, Dayron's done a pretty good job of boxing out today, but it's just like that one is a kick in the guts because of what it matters for. So, shots for Grayson Allen, 11 seconds to play. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He's 90% on the season, so you can bank him in to make the free throws. But irrespective of the result, it has been it's been an unbelievable fight back, number one. It's been persistent. It's been really inspirational, I guess you could say. You know, Cam Thomas is going to shoot a step back 3. Oh, that rattled out. That was awfully close to going in, but that's going to do it. The Bucks, well, fair to say that they got, well, they didn't get lucky, but they got lucky in the sense that they definitely took a Nets team very, well, they weren't short-handed, but a Nets team with a lot of inexperience pretty lightly and nearly paid the price. But that was one of the most eventful games I think I've seen. I did not expect us to lose by only 5 points. And look, there's a lot to extract from this game. No argument, he's one-dimensional and gets lazy with that at the most inopportune times. Well, he's one-dimensional, but yeah, he's a second-year player. Like, he should be developing. He shouldn't be playing 30 minutes. That said, this is a good time, like a good bit of exposure for him. You know, he's played nearly the whole game. We didn't genuinely try. I think we did. I think we did. But you know what? Like, the effort, the work ethic, just... What a game. Look, the Bucks were missing Giannis, but you look at who we were missing and then who we decided to rest. I still am very puzzled. I said this earlier in the stream. If it gets down to under like 6 points, bring Mikal in. We probably needed him for defense on that possession where we conceded that offensive rebound. Ultimately, that dictated the end of the game. You got the offensive rebound. Sorry, should I say, you get the defensive rebound. And there's no knowing what could happen next. You know, if you had Mikal playing, he could have played defense on the initial shot. Maybe even forced a steal. Like, we could have brought him in to try block the inbounds for those Grayson Allen, for those Grayson Allen free throws. Like, there were so many things we actually could have done with Mikal that would have benefited us. That being said, look, I can say a lot about what didn't happen, but it counts for nothing. I can talk about though what did happen. And look, the Bucks overall, if we look at how many shots they had the same amount. I thought they had more. We got out rebounded by 14. That's the big problem. If we look at the free throw number and the turnovers, 16 turnovers, they had 14 free throws. We had 17 free throws and 13 turnovers. So turnover number went down. But look, we look at the Bucks first and foremost. You can see what scoring they got. They got 24 and 10 from Lopez. He nearly had a triple-double with blocks, which is nuts. Grayson Allen with 19, and he hit some big shots as well. Bobby Portis with 28. He was efficient and did all the work in the first half. And then you can see Pat Connaughton with 8, and he had a couple threes in the third quarter, which was sort of imperative for the Bucks to keep the scoreboard ticking. But, the way they started the game and the way they ended, they didn't shoot the ball awfully well, awfully efficiently. We did well to even things out there, and that gave us a spirited chance. Should I say a fighting chance? If we look at us, though, the shooting was nearly bang on the same. David Duke, 13. Drew Smith, 17. 21 to Cam after a pretty dire first half. Sumner with 9 in 13 minutes. Patty Mills played 31 minutes and was really good with 23, but you can't help but think that, we could have done with him driving the ball a little bit more. Dayron, he was 4 of 6 in the first half and then 1 of 7 in the second half. It's not great, is it? We don't even need to bother looking at the starting 5 because nothing really happened there. But if I look at the extended as well, you can see like a crap ton of offensive rebounds. You see some steals in there, some blocks. Patty Mills a plus 17. Drew Smith plus 15. David Duke plus 17. These guys were unbelievably good. Good night, Simeon. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. 15 offensive rebounds though. Overall, I think that just speaks volumes about how well we played today in terms of just being, not going down without a fight. We could have gone down without a fight and been piss poor, show no effort, 3-pointers, just being given to them, handed to them. But we didn't do that. We didn't lie down. We fought right to the final buzzer. But, we talked about how, like, the Cam Thomas offensive foul, the Dayron Sharp illegal screen, even the, the boxing out. Like, all those issues, man. Like, if we rectified those problems, then we could have been seeing a very different result. Nonetheless, though, it's an impressive performance. You look at all those offensive rebounds the Bucks got. They got 20. So there you go, 20 offensive rebounds. As much as 12 of our own were good, 20 being allowed is not acceptable. So overall, though, like, for the players we put out there, we couldn't have seriously expected a win. Let's be real. It would be very rash. It'd be very rash to just say, we were shit house down the stretch. Well, granted, these guys should be playing garbage time minutes. They should be playing garbage time minutes you know, this being put in this situation is a pretty tough thing for, you know, players who haven't played an entire month. But to be able to play down the stretch and play and do things like that with the personnel we put out there, you can't do anything but commend the effort, the work rate, the defensive intensity, because we did basically everything right to win the games. It's just the fact that the personnel that got us back in the games, you know, the fundamentals, like, they're not like ironed out. You know, that's the problem. You know, you don't have, what's the word? You don't have the, like, they're not really as match fit as other players. The fundamentals haven't been ironed out as much. They haven't been exposed to the NBA system, so they haven't been able to work things out, but they seemed pretty comfortable, all things considered. It was just like, yeah, the illegal screens, the careless turnovers. You know, we talk about back end of the third quarter, like, Utah forgets to learn how to play basketball and loses the ball, you know, unpressured. Like, those things, you know? Which player's stock went up tonight? Honestly, everyone off the bench. Drew Smith, bro, I'm very, very impressed because he's a two-way player. He looks very calm. He hit a couple three-pointers, which was awesome to see. Yeah. You missed the point of resting Bridges, etc. Rest. And team morale. The bench will be high for days despite the loss. Yeah, that's what I also did flag. I just said you don't want to break down the continuity of what they were being able to do. Like, because you bring McCall in, maybe it becomes a one-man offense again. It becomes more predictable. This team, like, the 5 players they put out today, Coach Bud, I don't think would have basically done any scouting for these guys. So, you know, it kept things unpredictable by not playing Bridges with this bench unit where there's a clear skill gap between McCall and the bench players. But yeah, look, I'm fine to rest Bridges, but if he's played 12 minutes and he's active and you're down 3, and let's say you need to protect an inbounds play, like we talk about the Allen free throws, like down 3, if you can turn the ball over, then you potentially have a chance to tie the game up. So it's for things like that. I'm just like, we had McCall available. He could have been just manning the inbounder and putting a little bit of added pressure with his length, you know? The team isn't disciplined enough. They do illegal screens. They jack up threes. They don't box out all in the last 2 minutes. Look, the threes, the illegal screens, the boxing out, that's all just a byproduct of inexperience. You know, Dayron commits a lot of illegal screens. He doesn't box out a lot of the time. You know, because he's in the NBA, like, he plays more Long Island than Brooklyn Nets, you know. So it's, like, completely different competition. He may dominate Long Island, but once you reach the big time, it's a completely different story. And Brook Lopez, I mean, he had 9 blocks today. I mean, defensively was ridiculous. So just that alone, I think that sort of tells the story about how authoritative he is in the paint. Like, he is a big presence. And that goes for the offensive glass as well. So it wasn't an easy assignment for Dayron by any means. I mean, a lot of inexperienced bigs in the league would probably get torched by Lopez. You know, it is what it is. I'm happy with the work rate. I'm happy with the effort. The 3-pointers, I mean, that's also just bad shot selection. That comes with inexperience and learning when the right shot is, or learning what the right shot is to take, depending on the circumstances. But overall, that is going to do it. I mean, what a game. I didn't expect it to be this close and this drama-filled, but as I said, I can't really praise this team enough, or the bench unit enough, for being able to sit on the side for a month And when their name was called, they stood up and embraced that next man up mentality. That's exactly what we need to see more of. That'll do it though. In case you don't know, it's Nets Minnesota tomorrow. We're going to be live for it from, I don't know when it is, but in terms of what time, but we'll be live for the pre-game as per usual. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure to show your support on the way out and subscribe if you are new. That'll do it though. So thank you everyone. We'll see you soon. But that will do it. Bye for now. Ciao, ciao. See ya.